In a world where the lines between artistry and rebellion blur effortlessly, Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, has once again found himself at the center of a storm. This time, not for his music, but for the intricate tattoos that now cover most of his right arm. The full reveal of his ink sent shockwaves through the internet, igniting a heated global discussion. Is Jungkook expressing pure art, or defying the long-standing norms of the K-pop industry? For years, tattoos in South Korea have been viewed with suspicion, even stigma. The cultural and legal restrictions surrounding body art often make it a taboo subject, especially for celebrities, who are expected to embody an image of perfection, purity, and traditional beauty. Yet Jungkook's decision to wear his ink proudly, without hiding behind long sleeves or digital blurs, has become a lightning rod for both praise and criticism. But behind the polarized opinions lies a deeper, more complex story, one that speaks to creativity, identity, and courage in the face of conservative judgment. A silent revolution in ink. When Jungkook first appeared with visible tattoos in late 2019, fans were stunned. The initial glimpses, letters, numbers, and small symbols scattered along his hand and forearm, sparked curiosity. Each image seemed to hold meaning. Army, his group's fandom name, placed proudly across his knuckles, a crown, a heart, and the word truth. At the time, most assumed it was a temporary phase, a visual experiment, perhaps for a concept shoot. Yet as time went on, the designs multiplied, deepened, and began to form a cohesive sleeve. Each new pattern, each line of color, told a story. Today, Jungkook's arm is a living canvas of emotion and evolution. Fans have traced themes of love, pain, spirituality, and self-empowerment across his tattoos. And while millions admire the boldness of his transformation, others, particularly conservative commentators, have accused him of disrupting the clean-cut image expected of idols. The idol who broke the pattern. K-pop idols often live under intense scrutiny, with every detail of their appearance and behavior dissected online. From hairstyles to nail polish, everything is expected to align with the meticulously maintained concept of innocence and professionalism. Jungkook, however, seems to have made a conscious decision to step outside that mold. He doesn't want to hide anymore, said one anonymous stylist who has worked on BTS's shoots. He's grown into someone who sees his body as an extension of his art. The tattoos aren't random, they're chapters of his story. The stylist explained how Jungkook often sketches concepts for his designs during downtime between concerts. He's meticulous about placement and meaning, they said. Every tattoo represents something he's gone through: success, loneliness, connection, self-discovery. It's all there, inked permanently. And perhaps that permanence is what frightens some. In a culture where image is currency, tattoos represent the unfiltered self, a declaration that one's body is their own. Even in an industry that profits from control, fans defend, critics divide. When the latest high-resolution images of Jungkook's full sleeve surfaced online, Twitter, TikTok, and Weverse exploded with reactions. His tattoos are pure art. One fan posted on X, formerly Twitter. You can feel his emotions in every color, every design. Another wrote, it's not rebellion, it's evolution. Jungkook has always been brave enough to show who he is. But the backlash was equally intense. Some older fans lamented what they saw as a loss of innocence. Conservative media outlets questioned whether Jungkook's influence might encourage younger fans to follow suit, calling it a dangerous trend. One columnist wrote a particularly sharp critique: Jungkook is an idol, not a rock star. His responsibility is to set a positive example, not romanticize defiance. Such remarks reignited a long-standing cultural tension in South Korea, one between traditional modesty and modern self-expression. Yet, amid the noise, Jungkook himself has remained mostly silent. His body speaks louder than words ever could. Symbolism hidden in ink. Experts in body art have studied Jungkook's tattoos in detail, attempting to decode their meanings. The words "rather be dead than cool," a phrase Jungkook has quoted in interviews, are believed to capture his philosophy about authenticity. Another visible tattoo features the phrase, "make hay while the sun shines," symbolizing his relentless drive to seize every moment of his youth and career. And then there's the intricate depiction of clouds and flames, seen on his upper arm. interpreted by many as a visual metaphor for transformation and rebirth. "It's almost poetic," said Min Jae-hoon, a Seoul-based tattoo artist interviewed by the Seoul Mirror. "The clouds blend into darker shades, then light again. It's like watching someone fight through their struggles and emerge stronger." Whether or not people like it, Jungkook's tattoos are masterfully done. In fact, many professionals have praised the technical artistry of his designs, pointing out the fine shading, depth, and symbolism uncommon in celebrity tattoos. "It's not just a trend piece," Jae-hoon added. "It's a story written on skin." Challenging cultural barriers, what makes Jungkook's tattoos truly controversial isn't just their visibility. It's what they represent in a society that still views tattooing as subversive. In South Korea, only licensed medical professionals are legally permitted to give tattoos, effectively criminalizing most tattoo artists. This legal gray area means that the art form exists underground, often dismissed as rebellious or unclean. Despite a growing youth movement advocating for legalization, the stigma persists for a figure as globally influential as Jungkook to display such extensive tattoos openly, on television, in concerts, on international stages, is a powerful statement in itself. "He's normalizing something that shouldn't be controversial anymore," said art critic Han Yin-wo. By simply existing as himself, Jungkook is challenging outdated perceptions. That's revolutionary in its own quiet way. Yet others argue that his global fame shields him from the consequences that ordinary citizens face. "If an average person walked into a job interview with tattoos like Jungkook's," said one netizen, "they'd be judged instantly. It's different for him because he's famous. That's what makes people uncomfortable." This debate about privilege, representation, and responsibility has fueled the conversation further, turning Jungkook's personal expression into a national discussion about freedom, art, or rebellion. So, is Jungkook's ink an act of rebellion? Or is it, as many claim, the ultimate form of art, deeply personal and unapologetically expressive? Cultural theorist Dr. Kim Harry offers an interesting perspective. "In a way, rebellion is art," she said in a televised interview. "The act of defying an imposed aesthetic can itself be a creative statement." Jungkook's tattoos embody the spirit of youth, restless, emotional, unafraid of contradiction. Indeed, this tension between control and expression has always defined Jungkook's career. From his teenage debut as the Golden Magne to his recent evolution into a mature solo artist, his journey reflects an ongoing negotiation between public expectation and personal truth. His tattoos, then, may not be a rejection of his image, but an expansion of it. "He's rewriting what it means to be a K-pop idol," said entertainment journalist Choi Nari. And people aren't used to that kind of freedom. The emotional layer beneath the ink behind the public fascination lies something quieter, more intimate. During one live stream, Jungkook briefly touched upon his tattoos, saying softly, "Every mark has meaning. They remind me of who I am and who I've been." That brief comment, raw and understated, offered a glimpse into the emotional depth behind his art. Fans have since speculated that some tattoos reflect moments of personal struggle, the pressure of fame, the search for identity, the pain of being misunderstood. "He's been through so much since debuting at 15, one fan wrote on a discussion board. "These tattoos are like scars, but beautiful ones. They show how he's grown." Others saw it as a symbol of resilience. "You can't erase pain," another fan commented, "but you can turn it into something that inspires." That's what Jungkook has done. Industry reactions, quiet support, private caution within the entertainment industry, reactions have been surprisingly measured. While some agencies quietly discourage visible tattoos among their artists, others have noted a shift in attitudes, largely thanks to Jungkook's influence. An anonymous executive from a major K-pop label commented, "There was a time when tattoos were an automatic no for idol trainees. Now, discussions are happening.